So we are back on the Glacial lens build, and it's stronger than ever, and it's good for everything, single target, AoE, everything. We are now playing on Deadeye, because the lower densities kinda hurt the armor explosion tech for the frenzy charge generations, and I wanted to go full range, so we don't use Fangs of Frost anymore for bosses. It was nice in Lost League, but now I wanted frenzy charge generation on bosses, and Deadeye is the best for that. It's really simple to use. We use Lightning Spear and Glacial Lens and Barrage, and also you can jump into wall form for a few seconds because Pounce is really useful. So let's see this build. Welcome back, guys, in the new year. Finally 2025 is over. It was kind of my worst year so far. The only good thing on that year it was this channel and the pathofexile 2 early access. I love to make these build guides, so I will continue, and thanks for everyone who hit the like button and subscribed. You are guys really awesome, thanks. So the build, it's actually simple to put together. I have a few expensive stuff, but I would like to talk about a little bit of the economy. So every chase item that doesn't drop in the temple will be really expensive. Like I bought this Orlot's Resolve for 40 yesterday, and now it's almost 80. 70, so they are going up. But Headhunter drops in the temple, so you can have this going lower and lower every day, so it's really nice. And as I said in multiple videos now, Headhunter is kind of change your full gameplay experience on mapping, because the rare monster buffs are pretty strong. I also have a very good weapon, but you can craft a really good one for yourself. I was using this up until I have 30 rooms in the temple. It was enough. You want a lot of physical damage because I am using the Bloodletting Lineage Gem, and this turns mana cost into life cost, and the Lightning Spear on mana cost, so you want Leech. And with high physical damage, and we have a lot of physical damage here, and I have Leech, Mana Leech on ring and Life Leech on the other ring, your resource problem is solved completely if your physical damage is high enough. And also, of course, we're using the armor explosion track on Rod of Ice. This gives us big explosions on mapping, and a lot of trash mobs are, and you also need physical damage for this to work. So how to craft a weapon? You need a base. It's pretty simple. You're looking for one with increased physical damage, and you need a suffix on it. You can get one for 1 on Orb and 12. It's like nothing, or 20 exalted, but I think 1 Orb of Annulment is like 25, no, 15. It's like 15 exalted, so you can get a base for pretty cheap. The only thing you need to pay attention is to get one with 1 prefix and 1 suffix. So you have your weapon. Now go for the Greater Essence of Abrasion for physical damage. Then activate your Omen of Dextral Crystallization. This will remove that suffix and give you the gain physical damage with the Perfect Essence. Right, so we have a full physical damage weapon now. It's really nice. So I suggest you to use Omen of Leash and then Desecrate, because this will give you attack speed, guaranteed attack speed when you reveal it on the well. Or you can do and go for the echoes and try to get critical hit chance like I did here, but that was luck. I hit it first time. If you low on currency, you just use your Omen of Leash and Desecrate it. And then 2 Greater Exalt to get your 2 useless mods. And now, if you are lucky, just use your Perfect Essence of Battle. It's pretty important to have full mods on it, because this will only remove suffix if you have full mods on the weapon. And it can remove the Desecration. That's bad. You need to reroll it and hit it again with it, but you can get unlucky, but most likely you will get your +3 level to all attack skills and have your Desecration. And you can now just go to the well, reveal, get your attack speed, and we have it. Now just add quality, socket, and your more physical damage, and this is it. It's a pretty cool weapon. You can use it for a long time, and you can make this from like 1 Divine Orb. This costs you 150 exalt, and the crystallization is like almost 200 exalted, so it's around 1 Divine Orb. the whole thing, and you get a weapon that you can use for even full stack maps, like 6 modifiers maps, with the tablets. So be smart, you don't need to go and run and buy 20 Divine Orbs weapons or 50 Divine Orb weapons. Of course, later if you want your critical hit chance, then that's a different story. So this is how you get your starting weapon. The other stuff are, I am going for the evasion rating energy shield, body armor. This is pretty low on defense. You can get a much better one. The only important part here is the spirit. You need spirit on it. And defense wise, yes, we have 2k health and 1k energy shield and low on evasion, but I am level 97 with almost half XP bar. If you used to the style, it's really hard to die actually. Okay, there are a lot of bullshit one-shots if you are running into it, but with this kind of range that you are killing everything far ahead of you, it's really hard to die. The only way I die is on the temple, when I'm stuck in the door and you can shoot him, but you want to move in and you die instantly. That's a little bit annoying, but other than that, I'm not a big fan of defense. I always sacrifice defense for damage. If you follow me, I think you know this, but I will have a much better one, but I wanted to buy other stuff first. For example, my amulet, I bought this yesterday for 25 Divine Orbs. It's like an insane amulet. Yeah, it's a little bit low on spirit, and if it would be max on spirit, we could have like another skill like Wind Dancer, but I don't care. This is an insane amulet with the +3 projectile skills, life, critical damage bonus, and the life regeneration per second is really important. As you can see, we have almost 100. So we are using Rage, and Rage with Berserk, it's an increased rage effect like 70%, which it's a lot of damage, but you will lose life with this. So you need a little bit of regeneration. Of course, we are using the Sacred Flame, that gives us free super gems that cost spirit, like the Vitality 2, it would cost 40 spirit, but with this you can just suck it here and it's free. So Sacred Flame is a big hit, and you gain a lot of fire damage. Also on the rings you need the leech, as I said, one on mana and one on life. Then it's attack, life, and resist, nothing more. The glove is full damage for me, I choose this. You can do it otherwise. I wanted to go full damage on gloves. On boots, I'm using this from the druid. It's basically because of the free socket. It's nice, movement speed, but you can have a different one with more resist. And on the second hand, I have the talisman, also from my druid. We need this because we use spawns. On the second hand, it gives you a lot of bonus because consuming a freezing one give you cold damage. That's first. And with the Vengeance lineage super gem, it will also give you gain cold damage after your rage. And also you can put blazing critical here. So basically on maps you just jump a few times and you get a lot of big buffs. And you can also use this on bosses. Of course on bosses you won't get the effect from the lineage super gem, but you will get your freezing mark out, which is really nice because you will freeze the boss much faster and you will get the cold damage. And also it's a mobility skill, so just use it. So that's it for the items. Let's see the super gems, and we are using Deadeye as I said, so we have Mirage Deadeye here, which is really nice. You just put your Lightning Spear into it, and with cooldown recovery and prolonged duration, the uptime is high. It's like 7% the uptime and 7% the cooldown, so you have it up at all times. And it's actually nice because I put overcharge here and commissariat, because your Mirage Deadeye will shock everything. And with this, the magnitude of shock will be really high, and this adds up, so especially on bosses, it's really nice. You will have a nice shock on the boss, which is a lot of plus damage. On call the shots, that's really important. That makes frenzy charge generation really easy. It's like in 0.2, you had the chance to put sniper mask in the custom critical. That was again really nice. You would have frenzy charges up at all time, but they removed that, so now this is kind of the only option, and this is just nice. I have sniper mark here, Osiris, Impatience, Eternal Mark, Life Tap, and Charge Profusion. I talked about the Sacred Flame, Lightning Spear Fork. pinpoint critical, elemental alignment, mobility, and attack speed. On Glacial Lens, I talked about the bloodletting and pinpoint critical, elemental damage. Yeah, Rakita Slow is really, now it's really expensive. It's like 90 divine orbs. So if you didn't buy it, then just put something else here, more damage, Cold Mastery, or you can actually use the Bathar's Vengeance here if you don't have this, or Ice Bite. It's your call. And rapid attacks, I talked about the Herald of Fights, the Armor Explosion tech. It's really popular nowadays. I was doing this also in 0.3. It's a nice tech. Trinity gives us a lot of damage because, so on Trinity you have a full 300 resonance. It's kinda impossible to get there, but you get 7% more elemental damage per 30 resonance. So, because we have kinda equal elemental damage, of course this changed because we get a lot of buffs when we are fighting, but still we usually have 2 of the 3 always up, so that's really nice because when your fire and your cold is up, or your lighting and cold, doesn't matter, it's 200 resonance, and that means if you want to calculate it, it's like 40% more elemental damage, and this more is a multiplier, so gives us a lot of damage. Eternal Rage, we need our regeneration. Barrage with inhibitor and second wind, I mostly use on the bosses. When the bosses freeze, you can use it and give more damage to your Glacial Lens, because you would think that you can't have more projectiles with Glacial Lens, but still when you use it, you will see that there is like a double explosion and it's a double projectile. When you use Barrage, and much more damage. And Combat Frenzy, of course, because freeze, so more frenzy charge generation. And the last thing is a 3. As I said, we are using Mirage, Point Black. I actually use it with the closer version because on the temple everything is close to you. So when I'm farming temple, Tailwind, it's still the GOAT. It's a really nice ascendancy point. It's amazing. And Call the Shots, as I said. So the 3 is pretty simple. I don't even use the second hand stuff. You don't need to put for the talisman anything there. It's basically this. The only thing that we use is a controlled metamorphosis diamond, and we get these nodes here, big nodes, which gives us more damage, more area stuff, and that's it. We have these defense nodes and this. The other stuff is kind of damage everywhere and critical chance. It's pretty simple. So on bosses again, the Call the Shots will put the sniper's mark onto the boss. You use Lightning Spear, you will get your frenzy charges, and then pounce on him, and then you can start with your Glacial Lens and just destroy every boss in a second. And this is kinda it. This is the raging version, so I will do the 10,000 comet version also, but this is the better version, or how should I say, this is the, you have more damage with this. The other one, when you get a lot of comet or kinda anything that you wanting to put custom critical, it's like, it looks nice, but actually the comets and the stuff that is in custom critical is kinda useless. They don't really do too much damage, it's just look nice and flashy, but people love that. So I will do that version also. You really need to just swap a few things around and then you can do that. It looks cool, I already tried it. So I will post this today and I try to make an update tomorrow for the 10,000 comment one. You can play both. And this is just a simple tier 60 map run. I will left it here, and thank you guys for watching and see you in the next one. Bye bye.